Okay, part 2 of editing Google Docs and sharing Google Docs on the iPad. In the first session we looked at Quick Office. Again, that's where the majority of your editing will take place. But at some point in time you're probably going to need to go in and share a document with your teacher or someone else in your class. So there are several tools that you can use to manage this. The first one we're going to look at is Google Drive. And then we will come back and look at doing this through a web browser, which you have several web browsers to choose from in order to manage this. So Google Drive, you can see here in kind of the bottom right hand corner of my screen, looks like a kind of colorful triangle there. That when you first open that app, it's going to ask you to go ahead and sign in with your Google account. So you can go ahead and sign in with your Google account, and then it will show you all of your documents that you have available to you in your Google Drive account. See on the left hand side the menu choices are My Drive. Those are the things that I own. Then you see Shared with Me. Those are things that people have shared with me. So if your teacher shared a folder or a document, that's where you would find it. So you cannot edit in this app, but you can go in and view the different documents that you have. You can actually open up the documents and read them. Again, you can't edit them, but you can read them. And if you click the arrow to the very far right of a particular document, it will allow you to go in and check out the share settings of a particular document. So you can see on the right hand side here, you can see who I have this document shared with. You can see some of the details about it. And if I want to share this with more people, in the very top right, you're going to see a little silhouette of a person with a plus sign. If you tap it, it's going to pop up your ability to add more people, and you can type in their email address there, then choose whether you want them to view, comment, or edit. Most of the time when you share a document with your teacher, you're going to want can edit. That way they can add comments and help you change things on your document to help you learn. So it's up to you depending on what your teacher's told you or what kind of project you're doing, but those are the three choices that you have. And then once you type in someone's email address, they'll be added to their Google Drive account, so they can go into Quick Office or on a computer and edit that. So that's how you manage sharing with Google Drive. There are more choices to manage your Google Drive account. I'm going to go ahead and home screen out of here. I can also use a web browser. I can use Safari, I can use Chrome, or I can use the web browser Puffin. I'm going to show you Chrome. But know that the other two web browsers work as well. It's just a matter of preference at this point. With Chrome, again, the first time that you go into Chrome, it's going to ask you to sign in to your Google account, which then it will remember your Google account, which is nice because you don't have to sign in every single time. So right now you're seeing my Google Drive account, and it looks very similar to what you're used to on the computer. I'm going to go ahead and close out of that, and I am going to go back into my Google Drive account so you can see what it looks like the first time you go into it. First time you go into your Google Drive account, it's going to go into the mobile version. Doesn't look very familiar. It's not the best view. If you see down in the bottom right or bottom middle, it will say view Google Docs in mobile, and right now we're in mobile. We want to select desktop, and when we do that, then we'll get the look that we're used to, and we can manage just like we have in the past. We can checkbox things, then we can delete, we can move things. So this is probably a view that many of you are more familiar with. If we open up a document in here, it's going to open it up in the mobile version of the document, which is going to look different than what you're used to as well, because you're technically on a mobile device. So I will show you how to change that so you can look at it in a more of a desktop version. It's a little slow opening up here. Okay, so here is the mobile version of this. So you don't see very many editing tools. If you want to edit it in the mobile version, you have to tap in the top right hand corner there where it says edit. But also notice underneath this document it says view in mobile desktop. Right now we're in the mobile version. If we go to desktop version, it's going to say, hey, do you really want to open it in desktop? Yes, I do. And now it will open this document in a more familiar look to many of you. So now you have the editing tools that you're used to, and you also have the share button in the top right hand corner. You can edit in this view, but it's a little bit harder to do than in Quick Office. Again, majority of your editing will be done in Quick Office. You can come in here if you need to or want to do other things. One of the big things that you can do in this view is you can view comments that your teacher might leave, and it does give you a few more functionality that you don't have in Quick Office. The bad side of this is it is not full functioning Google Docs. Some of the tools in here do not work on the mobile version. For example, insert picture or insert image does not work. You cannot insert an image from this viewpoint. So just be aware that not everything will work on here because you are on a mobile device. So use Quick Office for most of your editing, and then you'll be pretty good. But you might need a browser to do a few other things. So the tools that you'll use as a review: Quick Office for the majority of your editing, Google Drive or another browser for your sharing or for managing your documents as a whole.